Hey guys, I have a new video. This one is 15 British sweets everyone should try from Anglophenia. And I will link this video in the description and let's get it going.
Hi, I'm Siobhan Thompson and this is Anglophenia. Now, in my experience, there's nothing that will throw you right back to your childhood quite like food, and nothing more than sweets. You know, candy. So, in this episode, I'm going to tell you about 15 of the most iconic British sweets that I think everybody should try. Jelly babies. Beloved by grandmothers and Tom Baker's incarnation of Doctor Who.
Care for a jelly baby?
These little guys look like they're going to be super chewy, but are in fact texturally more like a very condensed jam covered in icing sugar. Flake. This is Cadbury's chocolate layered so that it falls to pieces in your mouth. I do love a flake. In Britain, they're also often stuck into the tops of soft serve ice cream, and this is called a 99. They're also known for having ridiculously sexy adverts. No, you go ahead, I'll wait. Licorice all sorts. Honestly, these are gross and I don't understand why anybody would put them in their mouth. They're a mixture of sweets, most of which contain either licorice or coconut, or both. Ugh. The worst.
Yeah, two things. One, I know you guys are big on Cadbury. That's like your all's big chocolate. And typically, you guys and really the entire rest of the world think our chocolate, like Hershey's, is disgusting. I've heard that the aftertaste of it, so you guys, sorry, taste like vomit. So I could see why you wouldn't like it. Um, we grew up on it. I don't think any of us are under the impression that it is good quality chocolate. I certainly hope not. Um, but it's kind of just what we grew up with. We do have Cadbury chocolate here. I see it more often now than I used to. I actually got some bars not too long ago so my son could try it. And this is coming from a kid that's never had a candy he didn't like. He liked it, but he thought Hershey's was better. I think the Cadbury is obviously better. But I'm more of like a um if I let just like plain chocolate bar type of thing, I'd rather go get like a Lint or more of like a kind of local type chocolates. And I like dark chocolate personally. Um, and licorice, we have it. I do not like black licorice. I think it was more popular probably like in my grandmother's time. I know my grandmother liked it. My son will eat it, like, but it's just not hardly ever around. But if we get something and it's like a black licorice flavor, I give it to him because gross. And now I do like strawberry and cherry flavored licorices like Twizzlers or Red Vines or something like that. But yeah, black licorice is just not my thing.
Ones are the round ones with licorice in the middle, which we used to call loo rolls because of their look and also taste. Blackjacks and fruit salads. These are the king and queen of penny sweets. Blackjacks are a vaguely aniseed flavour, and fruit salads are orange and pineapple. They are texturally rather like a hard.
I have had blackjack gum. Um, my mom's brought it home. I think there was a show she watched that they had it and she had saw it and got some. Um, the anise flavor in it. I mean, it's essentially like a black licorice flavor, right? It's gross. To me, it's gross. The other one I haven't tried.
Starburst with the added bonus that they dye your tongue fun colours. Sherbet fountains. Okay, first of all, sherbet in Britain is a type of sour, fizzy powdered sugar and not a sorbet. There are a lot of sherbet-based sweets from the UK. Dib dabs, sherbet lemons, flying saucers and so on. But sherbet fountains are the most iconic. They're a tube of sherbet with a licorice stick that you're supposed to dip in the sherbet and then lick it off. But if you're a sensible person, you just throw the licorice away and then mainline the sugar. Pear drops.
Yeah, so what she was saying, the sherbet here is like she said a sorbet. It's more in the ice cream type section. It's a good alternative if somebody's trying to stay away from dairy. But it's like the texture maybe a little bit softer than ice cream is, and it's usually in different fruit flavors. Usually the most common is like orange, but there's a grocery store called Harris Teeter, and they have a pretty large selection that they put out. Um, that I mean, there's probably 15 different flavors of it. I'm not a huge fan of it. My mom and my grandmother ate a lot of it though.
These are a corner shop staple. Now, you could say that pear drops are vaguely pear flavored, but really they're just kind of pear drop flavored. You know, in the same way as a red vine just
Like
tastes
pears?
of a red vine. Maltesers. These are malt balls, but good. Like, really good. If you don't like malt balls, you should try a Malteser because this is what a malt ball is supposed to taste like.
Malt balls we have, I think the most known brand is Whoppers. Um, you can get them like at the movie theater with popcorn. Otherwise, usually the only time I hardly ever see them or remember them being around was maybe Easter. Um, Again, I think that's more of a candy from like a long time ago, and it's much less popular now than it was then.
All purple sweets. Okay, so this one is a little bit more generic than all of the others, but here feels like a good time to tell you that all purple sweets in the UK are blackcurrant flavoured and not grape flavoured as they are in the US. This includes American brands such as Skittles and Starburst. Side note, Starburst in the UK used to be called opal fruit.
Sorry, I know I'm stopping this a lot. She mentioned Skittles. Do you guys have Skittles? I was kind of under the impression that Skittles was one of the foods that Americans have that is so incredibly bad for you that it isn't like other countries don't allow it. I guess that goes country by country, but for some reason I was thinking that you guys didn't have those. I love Skittles. They're terrible for your teeth. They're terrible for you, but it's one of those things you know we grew up on, and I love them.
Fruits. The name was changed over 15 years ago, but people are still up in arms about it. Wine gums. These are fruit-flavored gummies that inexplicably have the names of wines printed on them. Unfortunately, no, they do not get you drunk. Double deckers. These are chocolate bars with shockingly 2 layers inside them, one of nougat and one of this crispy cereal stuff. If you eat a double decker on a double decker bus, that's called a quadruple decker. Thank you, I will be here all week. Brighton Rock. These are hard sticks of candy that are traditionally mint flavored. They're kind of like a candy cane, but bigger. They're generally sold in seaside holiday towns like Brighton, and often have the name of the town that they're sold in right through the middle. They're not good exactly, but they taste like summer holidays in the same way as candy corn tastes like Halloween to a lot of Americans. Crunchy bars. Crunchy, sugary honeycomb encased in milk chocolate. These
That sounds
taste
good.
kind of like what I would imagine eating that expanding foam that builders use would be like, but good. Chocolate buttons. These are just tiny circles of milk chocolate. I don't know why the shape of them makes them taste so much better than regular chocolate, but what can I say? That's the magic of science. Aero bars. The
I've heard
best
of
way to
these.
describe an aero is aerated chocolate. They put bubbles in the chocolate which make it melt in your mouth faster, which is like, what's not to love, you know? Iron Brew Bars. Named after Scotland's favourite soda, these dark orange chew bars are super chewy with tiny little crystals of ultra sour fizziness scattered through them. Wham bars are very similar, only blue with pink crystals. They're great if you like your treats to also punish you. So there you have it. Let us know in the comments what your favourite British sweet is. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching.
That was a cute video. Um, yeah, I the arrow bar looks really good. For some reason, I'm trying to think if we have those in certain places. Um, like I said, we have the Cadbury bars, and then typically around Easter, you'll see the Cadbury eggs, which I have loved since I was a kid, and it's like disgustingly sweet. Um, I need to go look around and see if I can't find some of these like British bars candies and maybe do a video trying some of them because I know there are some stores that like there's a store called Five Below here, which is supposed to be everything's $5 and under. And you can find some decent stuff there. Some of it's overpriced. They're getting their money back one way or the other. But I'll have to go there because they do have a pretty good selection of candies, and a lot of times it's candies from kind of internationally. So I know they have Cadbury stuff. I know they have Cadbury bars. But yeah, I'll have to stop by and see if I can't grab some stuff and maybe we could do a video out of it and give it all a go. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you think there is a candy that should have been on this list that wasn't on there, comment below. Let me know. I'll try and see if I can find it or at least learn a little bit more about it. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and have a wonderful day.